Hi, welcome to Valpro. I'm Bob. Those are our birds, and this is our juice. And howdy do. I'm very glad you can join me because this is kind of a hot news topic. This is a bike channel, and generally I focus on health and cycling, and this is environmental, so it sort of blends in. Um, Climate hysteria is rampant, and there's a lot of news items about it, and they've been around before I was born. There's been over 108 predictions over the last 50 years, and none of them have panned out. There probably will be an ice age, there probably will be catastrophic events. We may get hit by a big comet or something. But until the sun novas in 4 billion years, I'm not going to hold my breath. We know that a lot of good science is behind mitigating a lot of smog, and we want to be good stewards of the planet. We want to maintain our automobiles and motorcycles so they run efficiently. I'm looking forward to hydrogen cells, which is another story, because I don't support lithium battery cars because of the dangers and social harm of cobalt and lithium mining, and I've already discussed that in other chapters. And I'm also not too keen on these ridiculous windmills that kill bird populations, and that story's already been done, and so I probably won't do it. 95% of the plastics contamination in the ocean comes from Asia. Some of it off of container ships. You know, they found rubber ducks in Alaska that came off of a container boat near the Philippines. So we know that's a reality. And there's a big island of plastic in the middle of the Pacific, and that's not such a good thing. And that's being looked at again. That is bad, okay, and no excuse, but some of it's because of natural events like tsunamis that washed things into the ocean, some got washed, some of it's just negligence. So it's a combination of everything, and we need to be as conscientious and recycle and be as tidy outside as possible. Okay, that's all good stuff. I found an article in the Post Millennial, and it says here 500 scientists send letter to UN saying there is no climate crisis. And I'll leave a link. A group of 500 scientists and other experts and prominent scientists warned the UN Secretary General that there is no climate crisis, and there needs to be an open discussion on climate change because people are overreacting and getting, reacting when there isn't a need. Overreacting. It's always good to be conscientious, but overreacting is also bad. Okay. Oh, and it says here in quote, "We urge you to follow a climate policy based on sound science, realistic economics, and genuine concern for those harmed by costly but unnecessary attempts at mitigation," they write. And one of the things that have been mitigated are children. Some women, apparently in news items, have gotten abortions because they're afraid of climate change. And gosh, that's another story. Those who contributed to the letter and research were led by Clintel, the Climate Intel Foundation, Climate Intelligence Foundation. And I'll leave a link to these guys, and it goes on to say here, a global network of 500 scientists and professionals have prepared this urgent message. Climate science should be less political, while climate policies should be more scientific. Scientists should openly address the uncertainties and exaggerations in their predictions. Now, I learned science is based on observation. After you can repeat the same event over and over again, then you can use it for predictions. But you can't predict, that's not science. Okay, scientists should openly address the uncertainties and exaggerations in their predictions of global warming, while politicians should dispassionately count the real benefits as well as the imagined costs of adaptation to global warming and the real costs as well as imagined benefits of mitigation. The letter was sent on September 23rd, and it goes on to mention some people's names, which I won't. And then at a press briefing, scientists continue to say that predictions are far lower than what has been predicted, and the concerns have been taken far out of perspective. So I'm just going to leave it there because there's so much more in a story, and it's great to be as environmentally friendly as possible. This is a bicycling channel, and I think that's pretty environmental. But we also have to be a little sober. So I'm going to get going, and I thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to share.